Welcome, welcome. If you're watching this, this is for you. Today's video, two things. Why helping one person changes the world infinitely, and why relationships can ruin you. Gonna rant about relationships a little bit here, and this is all gonna tie together, so bear with me. Helping one person changes the world. I want to emphasize this to you all. This is pretty emphatic, deep. It's pretty heavy. When you help someone, that help has the potential to change the world infinitely. And this is not just an exaggeration. This is not a joke. If you help someone who's, let's say, struggling to raise their children, if you help them, they feel better. They do a better job raising their children. They do a better job raising their children. Now their children are raised better. They grow up. They do a good job raising their children. Then their children do a good job raising their children, or whatever. If you don't believe that, let's say the children stop having children and that line ends. Let's say that person that you helped helps just another person because they're feeling good that they got some help. So now that other person goes and helps another person. This is real. Those pass it on commercials you see. This is deep. It's significant. It's infinite. You have potential to change the world infinitely because you don't know how many additional helps that first help that you did is going to set off. You know how you open the door for somebody, they feel a little better. Maybe they see somebody drop something and then they pick it up because they're feeling good because you held the door for them. And then that person who they picked it up for, now they help an old lady cross the street because they're like, somebody helped me today. That's real. Who knows how long that chain reaction can go on? When you're being a good parent, when you're raising your children well, when you have some friends in your life who are struggling and you're helping them get through their struggles, who knows how far that is gonna go? You are seriously changing the world by helping just one person. Help yourself. Who? Start there. Help a coworker. Help a homeless person. Help a family member who's struggling. Help a friend who's struggling. Help all the people that you can. Start a YouTube page talking about the help that you give. Start a YouTube page helping people. Start a business helping people. Make some money from it. Whatever. Just imagine the significance of you and your help leading to infinite change. That's very serious to me, and it's very profound to think about. I got an example. I got a cousin whose birthday just passed. Always working, always grinding, has his own business, etc. And since I've known him, I met him later in life, like close to an adult. Well, maybe like I met him in like middle school age, adult age, whatever. And since I've known him, always grinding, always shaking, always moving, never just lounging around, being lazy. And I told him, like, you set a good example in the family. You don't know it. You're not thinking about it. You're just grinding. But I look at that as a family member and I'm like, okay, he ain't BSing. Let me not be sitting up relaxing. And this isn't even intentional. This is just him working, living his life, and it's rubbing off on somebody in a good way. So that's another thing. When you're helping yourself, when you're being as hardworking and as best to yourself as it can be, it helps people. If your family sees you being consistent with your goals, getting up every day, it's rubbing off on them. There's a homeless guy outside your morning gym routine and they see you every day. A homeless person's got to admit, hey, that person is shaking and moving. Maybe I should do something. Your child, they see you in a good mood because you're on your stuff. You're not being snappy and passive aggressive at them because you're mad about stuff, bitter about the past, whatever. They're seeing that. They're benefiting from that. And all that positive energy that you give off is affecting the world. And that is more important than being a celebrity. That is more important than making a lot of money. That is more important than having a Lamborghini. All you have to do is be your best every day. I mean, that's easier said than done, but I'm saying material success is not real. Fame is not real. People knowing who you are, people admiring your success, it's not as important as you just being your best because of the people that that's rubbing off on. I brought the example up of just like a guy who lives on a farm with his family and they're isolated. Let's say they grow their own food, they go to town to go to the market, and that's it. And they're on their farm living. Someone somewhere might still benefit from that. When they drive into town, people might say, "Oh, that's the family that lives out there and doesn't eat BS. They're growing their own food. Man, I'm impressed by that. I want to try that." Or they might have some family members who are like, "Yeah, what happened to such and such? I haven't heard from him. Oh, he's just living on a farm with his family, raising his family happy. Oh man, that's pretty cool. Like, I'm happy for him." You don't have to be even thinking about directly helping people with like a YouTube channel. Just do what makes you feel your best. Just do what your goal is, whether that be a chef, whether that be a baker, whether that be a babysitter, a nanny, whether that be, just a business, a hustler, a business owner. When you are on your best grind, you are positively affecting somebody. There are people who are going on your social media page that you would never imagine. I'm not talking about exes stalking you. I'm talking about maybe just a distant friend from elementary school that you don't even remember. But they come across your page 20 years later, 30 years later, and they're like, "Oh, snap. Look at what they're doing. That's cool. I should try something." Just be great, be helpful, and you can literally change the world. That is not an exaggeration. That's not a joke. You will change the world by being helpful. Now, relationships can absolutely ruin this. Relationships can suck. And I keep saying can because they don't have to. But let me tell you how relationships ruin this. When you get into a relationship, you get so focused on helping the other person. Have to admit this too while I'm talking about it. Nobody wants to be helped all the time. Nobody wants to be taught all the time. It's like hell. People want to learn things on their own. People want to be given a chance to sprout and grow without you watering and monitoring every step of the way. So you might be in a relationship so focused on helping the person that you're with that you stop helping yourself, that you stop helping other people. That is wrong. It's not cute. It's not romantic. It's not beautiful. Oh, I just only help my significant other. I don't help anybody else. If they accept it and you guys are blooming and blossoming and growing amazingly, just helping each other, that's great, and continue to do that. And I'm assuming that that will eventually spiral outward. So, you're helping your significant other so much. Maybe your friends, other couples look up to y'all like, "Oh, wow, look at their dates and look at their vacations." That love that you all are sharing with each other is bouncing off, just seeing y'all cute, in a good mood, romantic, out and about. Some old couple or some lady walking down the street might be like, "Oh man, I remember those." So that's helpful. That's reverberating. But don't forget to help yourself and help other people. Where this can go wrong is if you're now competing, trying to prove things to the other person. So you're trying to teach them so much, like, hey, they did something wrong. So now you're trying to help them learn what they did wrong. They made you mad, they aggravated you. So now you're trying to help them see what they could have done better. That's going to build resentment. Then they're just going to be bitter towards you. Then you're going to be wondering why they're not smiling as much, or when you try to offer a normally randomly helpful suggestion that you would have made bunch of times before and all been all good. This time they're snappy about it. They don't want your help. They don't want your suggestion. And it might not be anything to do with you. It might just be their resentment from you telling them and you suggesting things to them so much. And then you get down on yourself. Now you're not being helpful to yourself because you're trying to prove why the other person should allow you to help them more. And you're right. You're just telling them what's the best and you're just trying to help them. Stop it. It's ruining you. It's taking your focus off of the potential infinite help that you could be giving to the world. So I'm not saying don't be in relationships. I love love. Looking for my wife whenever she happens to come along. Give me a call. But be careful not to let resentment and bitterness and back and forths of they're trying to help you more than you're trying to help them. So if you suggested to them 5 great business ideas and all 5 of them worked out, now they're making money. Now they're trying to suggest to you 2 business ideas and you don't want them because you don't care about the business ideas, but they're like, hey, do this. The way that these can leach the both of y'all's energy and the way that you guys can get into a competition trying to prove who's the better help, trying to prove to the other something, and they're trying to prove something to you, and you get totally not focused and lost on helping yourself and helping change the world because you're so caught up in the love with this other person. So be careful, y'all. Relationships can bleed you dry, and you will accept the bleeding because you think that's the loving, righteous thing to do. But it's not. It's more loving and more righteous to let that person be. Whether y'all stay together but just talk less and separate a little bit, date less till y'all get over things, or whether y'all just break up totally. Or whether y'all just lay it out like, hey, notice I'm making too many suggestions to you and you're not liking them. I'll stop. Let me know if you want me to start again. And vice versa. So yeah, be careful, help people, change the world. Now, day in a life, 33. What's been going on? What's the latest? Finished a couple books, reading some new books. Went to the gym Saturday, went to the gym Sunday, went to the gym today. Proud of that, happy about that. Grinding and growing. Business schemes are scheming. Got some little work to do later. And that's it. Remember, y'all, it's beauty in the mundane. You're watching the video montage in real time. You're watching the grind in real time. I may not keep having much to say in these day in the lives, but remember, I'm grinding, I'm growing, posting my videos, keeping up the consistency, keeping up with the Kardashians. And I'm moving along, growing, making progress, happy. Remember, when I get to 100 videos, I'll be rich. Somehow, I'll just be rich. I'm already rich. Haha. That's the kicker. Do I have anything that I want to add? Not really. Have a great day. Have a great week. Have a nice life. See y'all Wednesday.